Perfect. Perfect.
Yo, what it do? What it do? What it do out there? What it do? You know what I'm saying? Hey, yes. You know what I'm saying? It's your main correspondent, Alan Taylor. And hold on here. You know what I'm saying? We about to get into the bottom line real quick. Hold on a second. There we go. Hey, though, it kind of is what it is, though, out there. You know what I'm saying? But we about to get into the bottom line news tonight. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Round of applause for all y'all. Mad love to you. For real, though. Just, keeping in plain situation right here. You know what I'm saying? Yo, if you tune into the joint, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Leave comments, things like that. Please do. And I definitely do my best to get back to you and things like that. For real, though. Hey, check this out. So, yeah, we got this situation here, with the woman out there in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? She's in Rockdale, and where she was, sadly. Sadly, her husband, he's accused of deleting her. He's accused of this. But, obviously we don't have all the evidence. We don't have all the information and stuff like that. But he has been brought up on charges of deleting her. And, we're going to tune into the press conference and see what's going on. We're going to listen to the mother and the father. And let's check this out. You know what I'm saying? For real, though. Hold on. All right, so let's quarter, nickel, and dime it, people. Quarter, nickel, and dime.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Sorry that we are a little delayed. It has been a long night. I was even out late last night on this case, and under the circumstances with children involved and us taking possession of the child or children and releasing them to the grandmother, you can imagine what type of night she had and the parents had. This is the mother to my left, and this is the father of Amani to my right. And so, at the end of my statement here, I'm sure that you will hear some words from each of them. So I just want to make sure that I get my name right because I saw it incorrect on one of the news stations. I won't call. So I know how this routine goes. Again, I'm Eric, E-R-I-C, Levitt, L-E-V is in Victor, E-T-T, Sheriff of Rockdale County. All right, everybody ready? Ready, guys? Okay, all right. As you know, we have been investigating the disappearance of Amani Robinson. Amani was last seen by her mother on 7/16/2023 after having dinner at her mother's home with her 4 children. After leaving her mother's house, Amani Robinson returned home with 2 of her 4 children, the 3-year-old and 1-month-old baby. The other 2 children stayed the night with their grandmother. On 7/17, Clarine made several attempts to contact her daughter, Amani Robinson, as they speak daily and sometimes several times a day, to no avail. Amani's mother decided to go to Amani's home to see if she was home, to find that no one was at the home. Amani's mother then decided to report her daughter missing because it was not like her to call her and check on her children. We then began an immediate investigation by placing a lookout for the whereabouts of Amani Robinson, contacting family, friends, and identifying any known locations that Amani may frequent. RCSO continued investigations, led investigators to the home that was shared by Amani, Donnell Anderson, which is Amani's husband, and the 4 children. What I can tell you now is that our investigation intensified, and it was clear that foul play was evident in the disappearance of Amani. This investigation led us to conduct several search warrants on homes, to include the home of our victim, a car, and cell phones. In addition, we spoke to several individuals, collected a number of evidence to include blood in our victim's home and in other places that I won't be specific on. All while the investigation continues, investigators continue to plan, organize, and search areas around specific locations to find Amani or individuals who could tell us where Amani is and what could they tell us about her disappearance.
So now, this is the deal here. This young lady had been missing for a period of time. Obviously, she's a routine person. And this is also the thing about having a great routine with your family, with your people, things like that. You know what I'm saying? You're able to be, kept up with to a certain degree. Let's just keep this 100. And that's a damn good thing. Especially if you have other people that are dependent upon you. Everybody want to sit around here like this solo mission and I don't have anybody dependent upon me and I can just do what I want, stuff like that. No. If you come from any type of family, any way, shape, form, or fashion, you have people that are dependent upon you and you depend upon, supposed to, hey, man, hey.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
I mean, but at the end of the day, this is part of something here that I feel like be a little bit different if we actually had a great community as Black people. I'm just gonna be honest with you here. Things like this wouldn't have went on. Family would be, his family would have been more engaged. Her family would have been more engaged because everybody was, the structure of family would have been together. And I understand everybody sitting out here nowadays is like, well, it's a fucking free for all and let's just do what we want to do and things like that. But that's just not how life works. You know what I'm saying? You can't go through life just doing anything you want to do when you have people that are dependent upon you and they're supposed to depend upon you. I mean, what's the use of having family if you can't, enjoy these people? You can't be around these people. You can't get understanding and knowledge from your family. Your family is the first people that you're supposed to gain knowledge from. I mean, you know, supposed to. The community is messed up badly. And, you know, if we had a stronger community, you know, whatever happened between these two individuals, because they haven't came out with what actually went down, who started what, this and that, and so forth. But if we actually had a good community and people had understanding, you know, I doubt that serious situations like this will go on. You know, this girl came up missing. You know, obviously this man was in an outrage, you know, in order to do this. Now, am I justifying what he did? Hell no. Hell no. You know, no. I'm not justifying nothing that he did. You know, and I hope they lock his ass up for life. For real though. You know, if not, give him the D penalty. Death penalty. You know what I'm saying? For real though. I'm just being honest. You know, this is crazy. This is crazy.
As we continue to search with the assistance of the cadaver canine, we came across an area where we believed to be evidence of a possible body. As we processed that area, an unknown body was discovered. Once the body was examined and matched the description provided to us on Amani, including tattoos, we matched from photos of Amani, including descriptions that was provided to us by our mother and others, with the body recovered. We were certain that we have located Amani. On 8/4/2023, several more search warrants were secured, as well as arrest warrants for Donnell Anderson, which is her husband. I activated my SWAT team to go and pick up Donnell Anderson. Donnell Anderson was...
So obviously here, they had enough evidence to actually go to immediately pick him up. Immediately. They weren't searching for nobody else. They wasn't second guessing, you know, they didn't have any other clues or anything like that. They immediately went to go pick him up after they found her. So they had enough evidence on him already. Yeah, I do wonder what the hell the evidence is, you know, and I hope they, you know, eventually I hope it comes out about what actually went down. You know, rumors and things like that, that she was planning on leaving him and stuff like that. You know, hey, look, fellas, if your woman planning on leaving you and you find out, let her ass just go. That's just, it's no way around this now. There's no need to do all this, because not only did you leave, I mean, not only did you do something, you know, crazy, now you left these children without a mother, and you left your own children without a father.
What the French toast is there to think about?
And yes, you did leave them without a father. You know what I'm saying? No child wants to grow up knowing that his father, you know, deleted his mother. You know, it's just, no, ain't nobody gonna come see you. What are you talking about? And should nobody come see you? You know, this is crazy stuff. Crazy. You know, and you know, at the end of the day, now, you know, everybody, you know, well, did he have some mental health issues and stuff like that?
Is there to think about?
I doubt if people are asking that. Did he have any mental health issues? Now, hey, if the roles were reversed, that question would be in play. You know, regardless of not whether you mad about it or not, I don't give a fuck. I mean, I'm just being honest with you here. And y'all know that's the truth. If she had done this to him, then they'd be asking, well, you know, what type of mental health issues does she have? All right, let's just keep going, man.
It's located at an apartment location in the city of Atlanta. Donnell Anderson is charged with felony murder, malice murder, aggravated assault, possession of a firearm and the commission of a crime, and there could be more charges. This investigation is still ongoing, and I can assure you that another arrest will be made. I want to encourage anyone else who may know anything about this case to contact my office. At this time, I want to thank our partners I would like to provide a special thanks to APD, the GBI, special thanks to the South Fulton Police Department under the leadership of Chief Keith Meadows. Under his leadership, I want to specifically thank Lieutenant Weathers. As I stated earlier, this is an ongoing investigation. We are out in the field even as we speak on this investigation. I told you that there's going to be another arrest, and that is the reason why we're still out here on the field. And we're going to get that individual.
Oh, okay. So now that the plot has thickened, obviously there's another arrest coming. So they already got the husband locked up. I wonder who else, I wonder who else is at fault here. Because let's just keep this real. The way things are looking, I'm just being honest with you. The way things are looking, it did take, more than one person to pull this off. You had her car found somewhere miles away, burnt to a crisp, okay? Burnt to a crisp. Then you had her actual body in a whole nother place. So you had to, either like the footage that I seen at one point, you know what I'm saying? It was on the media at some point, but I did see the door ring footage and her car backing out of the driveway. So you had to take her car, go somewhere, take her out of it, put her in another vehicle, burn that vehicle, which was her car, then transfer her to wherever they found her. So you had to have somebody follow you with a second vehicle in order to maneuver this situation. So yeah, I could see how they would they are looking for somebody else at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the husband ain't talking, because if they still looking, then that means, he ain't talking.
And any other individuals that could be attached to this case in custody if we find out that anyone else is involved.
There's got to be someone else.
I have expressed my sympathy to the mother and father and their family, and I promised them that I was going to find Amani and find out who done something to Amani, and that today we have done. And so now at this time, I will turn it over to the parents. This is Miss Clarine and Mr. Ackland.
You want to say anything? Today is a very difficult day for our family, especially the mother and the father.
I just want to say this right quick. It is good to see, at least if they're not married or anything like that, in times of some serious shit, they are actually, somewhat, cordial with each other to a degree to where, he could put his hand on her shoulder, you know what I'm saying? It's still the mother of his child, you know what I'm saying? Real talk. His children, because he had like 3 children with this woman. So yeah, it's good to see that. It's good to see.
As a mother and father, you know that your kids are in a very special way. And when I couldn't reach Imani almost 3 weeks ago, I knew something was wrong. Late last night, my worst fears were confirmed, and our family is devastated. Being here today is extremely difficult for us, but I do want to thank the public who rallied around us and supported us for Imani's safe return. Thank you to the members of the national and local media who elevated the story. Lastly, Investigator Jones, Deputy Adams, and Sheriff Levette, and the whole entire team that worked diligently to bring Imani home. We thank you for your continued prayers and support as we work to care for Imani's beautiful boys without a mother. Thank you.
Yeah, this is not the news that we wanted to have, but I was prepared. I was preparing Imani's mom for it. When she sent me the Ring doorbell video and said, "What do I think?" I made my peace with it then. I want.
Damn. See, and this is the biz here, man. This is real life. This is why we do this. Is what we do here on the bottom line. This is real life. I can't imagine a father, a parent, a mother having to accept the reality before it even being confirmed, due to the fact that their child is missing, and having to accept the reality that that child just may not come back. That child just may not come back. Okay? Anybody out there that has lost a loved one, through some type of egregious way and things like that, they understand that. And then just, because I'm a father with a daughter, and my daughter's going off to college and stuff like that, and I'm, of course, as a parent, yeah, you worried, but you train your children in the way they should go. You try to talk to them as much as possible about things, but life still happens. And it's just, as a parent, this really had hit me. I can't imagine, something like that happen. Now, we all know what happened, about a month ago, almost now, with the Carly Russell situation, and she pulling that false shit, for attention and stuff. But this is real right here. This is real. This girl went missing and she was found. She was actually found. She didn't, turn up home and shit like that. She was actually fucking found. And it's sad. It's very sad.
I want to give thanks to Investigator Jones that at least they couldn't tell us. I understand that, but she did say that's what it sounded like to me too. So I said my goodbyes to my daughter yesterday. And I told her, I promised her when I laid there with Royal that we.
Now, my question is here. My question is right here at this very moment. And I wish some comments would come in on this. I wish some people would answer, especially some women and things like that. And I'm going here with it. Is he less of a man because he's shedding a few tears, because his child gone?
And what the French toast is there to think about?
Appropriate situations for a man to actually shed some tears. I mean, let's just keep this honest. Hey, I asked the question, hopefully somebody out there actually give me a real solid answer.
We will work with whoever we have to, and all people that's involved will be held accountable. This is the third child I lost to the state of Georgia. And if you think it's going to break me, it's not. I done seen all I can see. 3 of my babies gone. I want to thank Rockdale County. I didn't want to give y'all the chance because I wanted him so bad. But I trusted y'all. And thank you. Thank you. It's not the news that we wanted, but I'm happy that we can hold them accountable. And I just ask all, if you know anything can help it go further, and anybody else that is involved, come forth. Because what has happened to us more than once can happen to any of you. And you would want us and everybody to be involved same way you are. I was ready for it. And I will help take care of my daughters.
Damn, that's wild.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
That's wild. To lose that many children, man. To, you know, I mean, we don't know what happened to the other children, but wow, to just lose your children, period. It's the worst thing on this planet that I've been told by elders is to have to bury your own child. That's the worst thing on the planet. You know, wow, I just, you know what I'm saying? My heart does really go out to these people, man. This is crazy out here. This is the point we need community back. We need structure in our community back to weed out the individuals that are mentally unstable, if you want to put it that way, or to, you know, have the proper family structure in place to kind of pinpoint, you know, situations like this before they actually go sideways. You know, community, it helps each other. You know, if he had, you know, the proper friend guys to talk to or whatever was going on with that situation, because we don't know all the insides and out right now. We don't know all that. We don't know what happened. We don't know what really went on to make him flip like that, to, you know, do this in that way, you know, like in this way. He didn't just offer, you know, like, I mean, the way that he did it is basically what I'm talking about. The way that he pulled this off, he was infuriated. He was out of his fucking mind. You know.
Our kids. Thank you, Georgia.
I would be remiss if I did not. I'm not joined by a lot of my investigators because, again, as I stated earlier, we have put a lot of, at the time that I first reported this, I told you all we've put over 400 hours of time into this, and now it's gone well over 400 hours. And so I'm not joined today by a lot of the investigators because they are out on the field, still, you know, conducting some investigation. I am joined by one of my investigators who's been by this family side from the beginning, which is Investigator Jones. So I want to make sure that I give a special thank you to the hardworking men of the Rockdale County Sheriff's Office. And they work very hard. Thank you. They work very hard with the challenges that we as law enforcement face each and every day. But, you know, their first responsibility is to get closure and to get justice for anyone that commits crimes like this. You know, this is like a domestic. It is a domestic. It's a husband and wife. We've had about 4 to 5 murders this year, and every last one of them has been domestic family violence related. And if there's anyone that's out here that is involved in a toxic relationship, whether you are receiving mental abuse, verbal abuse, or physical abuse, it is not worth keeping quiet. And we.
Hey, that's the truth.
What the French
That's the
toast
truth.
is there to think about?
That is the truth, the God's honest truth. You know, and the male or female, that's the God's honest truth. It's not worth it, people. Speak up. Tell somebody what is going on in your situation. Let people know what's really happening in your life. Let your family know. Stop being scared to tell people. Sometimes it's okay to put people in your business.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
Sometime. It's a difference between being in a relationship when you're just having a little tiny rocky moment and things like that, and you know, little tit for tat shit. You know what I'm saying? But when you're out here in a relationship, and you know, I guarantee you there were signs, there was something there. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't wake up one day and just do this. There was something there.
Think about.
It was something there that was being overlooked or not being told. And it's a shame that it came to this situation right here. It's a shame that this young lady is no longer with us. You know, it's a shame that at the end of the day, like he said itself, in that particular area right there, the domestic is so high. It shouldn't be this way, people. This is not what life was meant to be. This it's just not. It's just not.
We need for you to step out and say something so we can end such tragedies like this, especially tragedies like this that involves children. These are 4 kids now without a mother, and unfortunately now without a father. And now the grandparents are stuck to raise these children. These children are going to need a lot of counseling. They're going to need a lot of support. This family going to need a lot of counseling and a lot of support. And I think Ms. Clarine stated early, you've heard from the father, but Ms. Clarine stated early, this is her 4th child that she has learned that has passed away, and she's having to deal with. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, the 3 children that we have together, Imani made the 3rd child. She's gone, and then she lost 1 more child. So it's 4 total for her and 3 for me.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
And what the French toast is there to think about?
So you mean to tell me all 3 of his children that he has had with this woman are gone now? All 3. Then she lost 1 extra prior. Man, what is going on in Georgia out there? Man, seriously. What is going on? Wow, this is, man. Man, wow. This is crazy. This is crazy.
So this family will need the support. Anybody that can provide any counseling for these children, reach out to them. And so, but again, we just want to, as a law enforcement agency, we want the communities, not just Rockdale County, but all communities, to understand that violence should not have a place in our hearts, in our hands, and within us at all. We've got to stop this violence all over, whether it's family violence, domestic, or rather it's just killing one another. And so, again, thank you all. And I'm going to be very limited into the questions that I can take because of the ongoing investigation. But if you have some that I possibly can answer, I'll take some short questions at this time.
Can you just provide a little clarity on the timeline of when you found the body to when the search warrants and then when the arrest happened?
Let me see. So on 7/17, Amani was last seen by her mother. No, I'm sorry. On 7/16, Amani was last seen by her mother. On 7/17, that's when a incident report was filed on her being missing. Between the 17th and the 19th, that's when we began to gather information from the disappearance of Amani. On 7/19, a search warrant was executed. At that time, we did not give specifics, and I did not give specifics at this time, as you recall. Again, between 7/17 and 7/19, evidence from the search warrant and our preliminary investigation led us to the city of Atlanta and South Fulton, where we conducted aerial searches. We've got a lot of assistance, of course, from flock cameras. We have gotten leads from cell phones, and again, people that we have spoken to. And so since the 17th, between that 17th and the 19th, our search in that general area continued. And between that time frame, that's when her car was also located, burned. All of that evidence kept us in that area for these last several days and weeks. And that's when the discovery of her body again was recovered yesterday. We've had two different cadaver canine organizations that assisted us, and one of these organizations was with us on yesterday, and that's when the dog alerted, and it's at a specific area and location.
And you also arrested him last night, or was that early this morning?
Oh, we arrested him last night. It was our mission that we were going to, when that body was found, it was our mission, especially mine, to make sure that we could convince our judges and or DA's office that we had enough evidence to secure a warrant. And
There you go.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
They had enough evidence to secure a warrant for him, her husband. So yeah, the evidence is overwhelming. So now at the end of the day, obviously, this particular situation wasn't necessarily planned and plotted out. He did this at the whim of a moment. So, obviously he was outraged. Obviously he was completely out of his mind. I'm not saying that he's right. I'm really not. I'm just giving the point of his state of mind. He was completely out of his fucking mind. Real talk. Why? We don't know yet. Obviously he's not talking because at the end of the day, obviously I'm being adamant. He had to have some type of help with this situation in order to move her around like that, and to take her to another place while he burnt the car in another place. So yeah, nobody could drive two cars at one time or anything like that. So yeah, he had to have some help. So I hope they really find everybody that's involved with this situation here, like seriously, because it's crazy out here. This is ridiculous. And this is part of being a man too. In life, things are going to happen to you and around you and things like that. As a man, you need to know how to assess these situations without diving off into them, emotions first, head first. Like I say, we don't know what all went on. We don't know what was said or what happened to just push him over the edge like this. But it's a sad situation to see. It's just like the situation that happened in Mississippi, where that girl pretty much offed her husband in the house in front of her children and stuff like that, that went viral on Facebook some months back. And it's crazy that people cannot control themselves and will allow themselves to get to that height to where they feel like the only way out is to delete a person. In that type of situation, self-defense is a whole different situation. I guarantee you this was not self-defense.
to get him off the street.
How far apart was the burnt car and the victim's body in terms of miles?
I would say probably within a couple of miles, give or take.
First of all, for those
Okay. So He just said it right there. They asked the question, you know what I'm saying, whether she found stuff like that within a couple of miles. So I'm assuming that's a couple of miles away from where the car was being burnt. Okay. Pay attention to that. A couple of miles. Nobody's dragging anybody anywhere for a couple of miles.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
He had to have some help. And they know this. That's the reason why they brought up the point about them looking for somebody else. Because if there was nobody else to look for, you know, hey, there would be nobody else to look for.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
You know, so whoever else is out there, you know, they in for a rude awakening too.
So sorry for this. But Sheriff, are you able to share if she was killed before the car was torched in circumstances around that?
We don't know that. As she was removed, of course, she's at the medical examiner that is conducting further investigation that will determine, you know, of course, the cause of death, the time frame, and the whole 9 yards.
What's the most important thing the public can do to help get the other people that are involved in this?
If they know something, if they heard something, you should not wait on us to come to you, because it could be a bad outcome for you. And it's easier for you to come to us and tell us what you know. But let's keep in mind that, you know, you have to put yourself in the shoes of this family, put yourself in the shoes of this mother and this father who not only just lost a daughter, they lost a daughter that has 4 children, as young as 1 month old. And if you have a heart and you know something, and knowing that this mother is gone and her 4 children left behind, and her mother's mother and father is now faced to bury another child, you would call and give us information. You don't have to tell us your name. You don't have to give us your phone number, but give us some credible information that will give this family even more closure. But I can assure you, we're going to continue to investigate to try to uncover any additional information that we may need.
And Sheriff, we just want to thank you for making it swift, and the citizens, thank y'all for talking. Just like you said, we're in a bed, we want to make sure we're safe. And a lot of people keep killing these women and nothing is being done. But I thank you today, the half of the citizens of Rockdale County. They can do this stuff anywhere else. They can't do all this stuff in Rockdale County. And Rockdale citizens going to say something. We're going to do something, and we're going to get this job done on the citizens' behalf. With Josie Dean, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? All right. So again, we thank.
All right.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
So, you know, that's kind of how it's going down around here. You know, this is you know, a very trying situation for a parent, man. Like, you know, anybody out there that's a parent, you know, regardless of your child, you do not want this for your child. And you know, God forbid it's in a way that really could have been prevented. This was no car accident. This was no workplace accident or anything like that. This was just straight up emotional turmoil when you know, people should have had better emotional control. Real talk. You know, but yeah, though, you know, that's how it's going down. That's the main reason why I say, man, we really need community back. We need community back all the way around. It's no way around this. We need community back immediately. You know, we need structure back. And that goes for any race, anybody, you know, I ain't just talking about black people, you know what I'm saying? We need community back all around America again. To, you know, keep weeding out the individuals that are, you know, able to get away with certain things. You know, it's just reality. It's just reality, man. Lord, we got to do better. We got to do better. But yeah, though, it is what it is out there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to all y'all. You know, just was getting on here. I want to do this one. want to go live while doing it, and just basically, wish this family the best. I know this is a hard pill to swallow, and from what I'm, from the information that I'm gathering from, the family here, they've been dealing with death in their family a lot, and that's just a lot to take. That's a lot to take. But hey, though, always tune into the bottom line, and hey, keep yourself safe out there at all times. Mad love to y'all. Peace.
Give me my phone.
No. Hello? Hey, how you? No, mom. Hey, bro, this is Charles. Do you know where your husband's at? Give me my phone. Give me the phone. Charles! He's at the hotel right now. Him and my wife are